This is the Ride1Up Portola, which is a budget-friendly, foldable e-bike that could be used as an emergency evacuation vehicle when the roads are no longer available. Let's take a closer look now. If you're new to this channel, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Cliff, also known as the Urban Prepper, and on this channel we focus on the topic of urban emergency preparedness. Before we dive in, I want to set expectations. As you probably guessed, I'm not an e-bike expert. My channel focuses on emergency preparedness. This is actually the first dedicated e-bike review I've done on the channel. My focus is not on ranking this particular bike against every folding bike on the market. My focus is on how this fits into an urban mobility plan during an emergency. Ride1Up sent me this bike for review purposes, but beyond that, they're not paying for this video. And as always, all opinions in this video are my own. Now let's take a closer look at the bike itself. The Ride1Up Portola is a step-through folding e-bike powered by a 750-watt rear hub motor. It supports up to 300 pounds and includes hydraulic disc brakes with 180mm rotors, an 8-speed Shimano Altus drivetrain, integrated front and rear lights, metal fenders, and a rear cargo rack. For a folding bike in this price range, that's a strong feature set. Most other budget folding e-bikes might have a 350 to 500 watt motor, a 7-speed drivetrain, and not the same level of polish that the Ride1Up features. Out of the box, it operates as a Class 2 e-bike with throttle capability up to 20 miles per hour. It can be unlocked to Class 3, allowing pedal assist up to 28 miles per hour. That higher assisted speed matters when covering meaningful distance efficiently. The Portola comes with two battery options. The base model uses a 48-volt, 10.4 amp-hour battery. The upgraded version uses a 48-volt, 13.4 amp-hour battery, providing more total capacity. In practical riding, the base battery realistically provides around 20 miles if you rely heavily on the throttle. Using pedal assist, that expands that range significantly. The upgraded battery pushes throttle-heavy riding into the 25 to 28 mile range and significantly farther with pedal assist. You could remove the battery whether the bike is folded or fully assembled, which I especially liked. That makes charging easier in tight spaces and allows for quick battery swaps. From a preparedness standpoint, removable batteries are critical. You could stage a second battery, maybe in a bug-out bag, charge indoors while the bike remains stored, and extend your mobility radius significantly by carrying a spare. Charging is done through a proprietary AC charger that connects directly to the battery. A full charge typically takes several hours. A traditional bicycle can certainly move you through traffic. An e-bike changes the equation. Electric assist allows sustained speed with reduced fatigue. Hills become manageable, carrying gear becomes realistic, average travel speed increases. During an evacuation scenario, efficiency and endurance matter just as much as distance. The folding process happens in two stages. First, you release the center frame hinge and bend the bike in half. Second, you collapse the handlebar stem. The handlebar stem uses two mechanisms, a primary locking lever and a secondary safety push button lock. Both must be properly engaged when riding. Once folded, included straps keep the bike compact during transport. This allows it to live in a trunk, apartment, or office space without needing a bike rack. We filmed and tested this across multiple locations in Seattle over the past 4 months. Waterfront parks, urban bike lanes, paved trails, and light gravel sections. My son did most of the riding on the e-bike while I filmed and took notes. Acceleration on hills felt strong, which aligns with the 750-watt motor. Braking was really nice at high speeds thanks to the hydraulic system and 180mm rotors. And the 20 by 3-inch tires provide a middle ground. They're wider than standard commuter tires, but more efficient than full fat tires, offering stability without excessive drag. You could do light off-roading with these tires. The suspension fork provides 80mm of travel with lockout, which smooths uneven pavement and light trail riding. The step-through frame makes mounting and dismounting easier, especially when wearing a backpack. The handlebars feel comfortable with supportive grips, and the LCD display remains visible even in bright light. At roughly 60 pounds, it's not a lightweight bicycle, but that's pretty common for e-bikes. That weight comes from the motor, battery, and reinforced frame. There are a few areas where I would like to see refinement. There were a couple of times where we messed up and didn't have the primary locking lever properly engaged. This could have been really bad, but we did have the secondary safety push button lock properly set up. I'd personally like to see a high visibility indicator on that primary locking lever that would make it super obvious that it wasn't properly engaged. It'd be even better if it showed up on that LCD screen. The folding hinge lever points forward, and I was initially worried that I might accidentally activate it while pedaling. We didn't experience any issues with it, and I'm sure it was done by design for a particular reason. But part of me was thinking it'd be better if it was reversed in orientation to further reduce the chance of accidental contact while pedaling. For the last refinement, charging relies on a proprietary AC charger. I think a more universal charging interface would increase flexibility from a preparedness standpoint, like a USB-C port. Now let's take a look at the realistic range you might be able to get if evacuating a city like downtown Seattle. If you start in the downtown core and assume heavy throttle use with the base battery, you're looking at roughly 20 miles of real-world range. From downtown Seattle, that could get you north towards areas like Ballard, east across the lake toward Bellevue routes, and south towards Kent and deeper into the valley. That's enough distance to move out of the most congested core and into lower density zones. If you step up to the upgraded battery, that pushes you into the 25 to 28 mile range under similar riding conditions. Those extra miles matter. They extend how far you could separate yourself from choke points, freeway congestion, and urban bottlenecks. Now add a secondary battery in your backpack. With a spare, you're realistically looking at 50 to 56 miles of total travel distance. That changes the conversation entirely. At that point, you're not just clearing downtown. You're potentially leaving the city altogether using bike lanes, side roads, and alternative routes that cars simply can't use when traffic locks up. And because it's an e-bike, you're maintaining speed without exhausting yourself, especially on hills or while carrying gear. Here's what those same distances look like applied to other major U.S. cities: Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York City. The geography changes, but the concept stays the same. Mobility Radius gives you options when highways fail. Preparedness is about layers. Your car remains your primary evacuation tool. A folding e-bike becomes a secondary mobility layer, compact, storable, and ready if your primary option fails. In a dense urban emergency, the ability to move can make a significant difference. And bringing it back to the Portola itself, in the sub 1,000 folding e-bike category, you're getting a lot for your money here. Hydraulic brakes, an 8-speed drivetrain, a 750-watt motor, removable battery options, integrated lights and rack, and a folding design that doesn't feel like a compromise. Compared to many competitors in this price range, the Portola feels more polished, from the welds and paint finish to the overall ride experience. For someone looking to enter the e-bike market without spending several $1,000s, this is a strong starting point. It delivers real performance, real practicality, and a real range at a price point that remains accessible. From a preparedness standpoint, that combination of capability and value makes it worth serious consideration. That's going to do it for this video featuring the Ride1Up Portola. Again, a budget-friendly, foldable e-bike that can be used for evacuation purposes. Please feel free to leave any kind of comments below in the comment section regarding this video. If you'd like to keep up to date on some of the latest things that are going on, you can sign up for my email newsletter, and you can also help support the channel by going through my membership page and joining. Stay tuned for more urban emergency preparedness videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care.